Guys, it's your boy Sever Province back at it again with another YouTube review. We're continuing on with the list, and so next up on our list we have Fresh. This was a movie released in 2020. It was one I was interested in watching when it was first announced way back when, and I was interested in watching it in theaters, but I didn't have the time, nor did I find an opportunity to do so. So this one has eluded me. I know I'm not entirely sure if Dead Meat have done a podcast video on it yet or whatnot, because I'm 100% certain, or damn near 100% certain, that they haven't done a kill count on it. And I'm sorry for referencing Dead Meat all the time, but they're just my kind of uh, access into all horror. Like, they're the ones that they're my go-tos for horror related content and whatnot. So I use them kind of not like an overall basis, but like as a way to find uh, movies or things maybe from the past or that I may not have heard of that I can then go watch and whatnot. So yeah. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, I'm pretty sure they haven't done a kill count on the movie, but I'm semi confident that they did do a podcast episode on it, which I have not seen in its entirety. So now that I've seen the movie, I will go see. But yeah, so I was interested in seeing the movie, and I'm happy to announce that after watching it, I very much enjoyed it. Um, our lead characters being Noah, the main female actress, played by Daisy Edgar Jones, and then Steve, or I forgot what his actual name was. It was like Brendan or something. Who's played by Sebastian Stan. These characters were awesome or not awesome. This whole cast was well acted. I enjoyed everyone's performances. The these two in particular, our main leads, had a cute opening relationship to start the film out, and so the betrayal of what happens later on with Steve ending up kidnapping her and then trying to sell her flesh and all that off to like the black market or some shit so people could eat it was fucking crazy. It sucked because it reminded me kind of like their relationship kind of reminded me of the movie Barbarian, where we have the main character in that one uh being roommating with someone, and then their relationship is so nice and cute, even though there's some bit of tension and awkwardness going around. But then they end up killing off the character or whatever, and I thought they were gonna do that here, but then it was crazy that they kind of did the somewhat obvious but still regrettable option of having Sebastian be this evil fucking prick, or Steve being this evil fucking prick and kidnapping her and whatnot, and being this cannibalistic dude who sells people's flesh on the black market or whatever. That shit was crazy. And the betrayal sucked because I did like the relationship. The little scenes that they gave us at the start of the film to really set their relationship into motion was nice. And while I'm not really one for romance films or whatever, I did find their relationship to be nice. And then because of that, that's what made the betrayal fucked up, and then it made it even more fucked up because of what he was doing to her after kidnapping her and whatnot, and making her believe that they were actually gonna be in a relationship and whatnot. Throughout this film, we also see how much of an evil bastard Steve is. It gets crazy. I have notes on here where I literally, one of my notes is this dude is downright vile because of what we see later on in this film. I'm not gonna spoil what it is you see, but it's crazy to think of what he's done. to kind of like give like some foreboding to it. Obviously, he's someone who has kidnapped our main character, so you can infer or assume that he might have done it a lot more than just the one time. Molly is like our main supporting character in this film, who going back to the characters, my bad. Going back to the characters, Molly is our supporting uh main lead, in which she is the best friend to Noah, our main female lead. And I love how ride or die she was. I love how like kind of like how they really set like the support system for our characters, and how like they all are like consistently supporting each other no matter what. And I really like that. That was nice to see that everyone who was friends with our main character and whatnot were very supporting of her and all that. And I really like that. Molly being like the big highlight, because she's the one who like goes like full Rambo into trying to find Noah after she thinks she's been kidnapped or something might have happened to her. And we also get another character named Penny, who is another girl that Steve has trapped, that we find out later on in the film. And she's very understanding and considerate of what Noah's been through, especially because of how, as we see later on in the film, she's been there longer than Noah, and she's been like kind of through what's been going on throughout the whole film, and she understands where Noah's coming from, because obviously she's living through it and has been through it longer than Noah has. They do like the secondary twist, which is like, I really like the twist. Obviously, they could have all they could have went like the simpler route of having the twist be. I mean, it's still a somewhat predictable twist if you're kind of expecting the quote unquote unexpected, but I like that they kind of went with the quote unquote unexpected route for that twist. Not gonna spoil what it was, but I really like that. And then like when it's like basically revealed that like he's a cannibal, I wasn't expecting them to have scenes where like he's eating the flesh or whatever, but they show that. They show and then they show his quote unquote customers also eating the flesh and everything, and it was just like so nasty. And the way like that he preps it, like he's like making it as if it's like actual food. Like that shit was crazy to me. And then there's a bunch of notes on here where I'm like, no, 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 because I'm cringing at the cannibalism or the idea of what Noah's gonna do to our main characters and whatnot, because he's someone who carves up like flesh and everything and whatnot. And I'm worried that our main characters are gonna be like having their flesh and whatnot cut off, and make him have forcing them to eat it and whatnot. It was just crazy. The suspense for shit like that, and for me cringing around shit like that, was really high in this film. There's another character in this named Anne, and we find out that Steve already has like, his whole other family or whatever, and Anne is the wife to his family, and like we end up like getting some information about the character, and while I do sympathize with her character to an extent, she's also a fucking like, she should feel bad for what she does in this film or whatnot. And then especially at the end with what she does, it's like you had a chance to be redeemed, but you just chose not to. And it's like, I don't know. Like, I know that they were kind of having trying to have us sympathize with her, at least in the opening, or when they first kind of introduced us to her. But it's like, I'm not giving you the sympathy points just yet. I need a little bit more before I do that. Also, the music in this, the music selection was fucking like fire. Like the music on here, like I'm generally gonna have to look at the soundtrack for this, because I like a lot of the music on this in this movie. It was really fucking cool. And then I just have a bunch of other notes just talking about like how, like, oh, about just certain scenes in this film, and hoping some of our characters like Molly and Noah are okay and whatnot. Uh, yeah, that's basically it. I know this one was all over the place, but like this film just like had my mind kind of all over the place with like my thinking and whatnot. But I really enjoyed it. I really liked this film. Oh, I don't think I mentioned it. I did have a note on it. I'm pretty sure, but I said that this film reminded me of Get Out in a sense. Like if you want like a film that like kind of encapsulates what this film is, I would say a if you took a cannibalistic spin on Get Out that wasn't that didn't have like any racial uh themes going on and whatnot, that's basically kind of what this film is. But it's more not necessarily drawn out, but where Get Out kind of has our characters meeting, and then we like kind of like establish like a dynamic with them in which like they seem all friendlier and whatnot, and then they end up turning towards like the middle-ish end of the film. Sebastian, or Steve, my bad, I keep on naming the actor, but Steve ends up like turning very quickly in the film, so we get more of like just seeing how much of a evil bastard he is in this, than as opposed to Get Out, where we realize that they're evil assholes, evil racist assholes, kind of, but they only really focus on that towards like the ending of the film. Whereas Steve's character as a villain, as who he is more drawn out because we get more scenes with it, which I really liked. But yeah, like this film was really good. I really enjoyed it. Definitely was happy to have seen it. I've been meaning to watch it for a while, so I'm happy that I got the time to watch it, and I'm happy that I enjoyed it. Um, all that being said, this is like a 7 out of 10, a solid film. Definitely one that should be checked out. I really enjoyed it. I hope that anyone who does check it out, because of potentially me showcasing it, I hope you enjoy it as well. And with that out of the way, we're done with the review. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel out. You already know I'll leave my socials at the end of the video. That way you can follow my page, or my Instagram, so you can be kept up to date with anything, or just see my day-to-day life if you're interested in that. And yeah, as always, stay pimpin' pimps. Peace.